Okay, anyone ready yet? Just kidding. Child's pose. I'm grateful for your patience, your presence. Press up to a tabletop. Tuck the toes and let's start to move around, forward, left, back, and around. Feeling out where you are today, creating some movement in the body. And then sit back in child's pose. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in and out through the nose. Tabletop, downward facing dog. That did not just kick off my Zoom meeting. Okay, just kidding. Back to a tabletop, tuck the toes, downward dog. Walk to the top of the mat. Relax over both legs. What is happening right now? Somebody keeps calling me and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Long exhale. Round up to standing. Bring your palms to touch. Reconnect to the present moment. If I can even ever get there, just kidding. And let's move. Inhale, reach the arms wide and overhead. Look up, reach up. Bend the knees, forward fold. Round up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead again. Look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. And from the look up position, hands down, plank pose. Lower all the way down to the mat. Rest your forehead on the left hand. Bring the right foot in for a quad stretch. Press the hips down. And switch. Release. Press up and back to a child's pose. Long exhale. Let's prop up on the elbows and touch each shoulder. Reach your arms out in front of you, tabletop. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Shift the weight forward 1 or 2 inches so that the shoulders are directly over the wrists. Downward facing dog. Press up, press back. Inhale, lift onto the toes. Exhale, press the hands down more as you press the heels back. Look between the hands, walk to the top of your mat. Long exhale. Round up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. 3 breaths, reach straight up. Lift out, bend the knees, forward fold. Halfway lift, long flat back. And from the look-up position, step back to a plank pose. Oops. Holding there. Let's press back to down dog. Hovering table, bend the knees. Don't lower all the way down, stay strong. And press back, downward facing dog. Look between the hands, walk or hop forward. Long exhale over both legs. Round up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. Hold the left wrist with the right hand. Lift up and lean to the right, hips to the left, just for a side body stretch. A short one. Let's lift back up and switch out. Hold the right wrist with the left hand as you pull up and create space all the way down the right side of the body. And lift back up. Keep your arms overhead. Press a button on the ceiling for 3 breaths. Lift out, bend the knees, and forward fold. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Stay tall on the toes of the back foot. Lower the hips down, but keep a right angle with the front knee. Inhale, lower the right knee. Look straight ahead. Draw in the core. Half split. Sit all the way back. Sit up tall and lengthen out over the left leg. Sit up tall, shift your weight forward to a kneeling lunge. Right hand down, left hand on top of the left knee. Let's twist our middle upper back. Bring the right shoulder blade forward, the left one back. Come back to a kneeling lunge. Half split, this time stay standing on the right knee, or you can sit all the way back. It's up to you. Appreciate the sensation in the back of the left leg. Keep the spine lengthening as well. Back to a lunge, tuck the right toes and lift the right knee. Big step onto the left foot, option to lift the right leg and hold. That's too much, just forward fold. The right foot is, the right leg is creating a 90-degree angle with the left leg. Forward fold at the top of your mat, long exhale. Round up to standing. Arms overhead, hold the left wrist with the right hand. Just for the exhale, side body stretch. And lift out to switch out. Make sure you're not arching the lower back. Pull up and over to the left. Back to center. 3 breaths, arms still overhead, or your first back bend. Lift out, forward fold. Left foot back, lunge. Set this up every time, even when you know what's coming up next. Stay present. Lower the left knee. Opening up the left hip flexor, look straight ahead. Half split, sitting all the way back. Lengthen the spine up before going forward. Sit up, kneeling lunge. Place the left hand on the right knee, kneeling lunge twist. Ooh, my back popped. Right hand back to the mat. Half split, standing on the left leg, left knee. Again, appreciate the sensation in the back of the leg. Try not to think about what you think it is, pain, or if it feels good. It's just a sensation. And back to a lunge where the back knee lifts. And step onto the right foot, lift the left leg. Just hip height. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Long exhale. Press to stand. Turn to face the long edge of the mat. Step the feet wide. Hands to hips and forward fold. You can hold opposite elbows and sway side to side or stay still. It's up to you. Inhale, halfway lift for a twist. Walk your hand forward so that the spine can be long. Right hand down, left arm twists open. Keep the feet flat and pressing down. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Right hand down. Hands to hips, stand up. Step 2, the top of your mat, bring the feet together. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead, 3 breaths. Think lifting up so much. Lift out, bend the knees, forward fold. Round up to standing. Stand on the left foot, lift the right leg, hip height. Keep a right angle at the hip crease, the knee, light flexion of the feet, and when the balance is there, bring your palms to touch. Draw a circle with the right foot and ankle in one direction. Try to keep the body still, pull in the core, go both directions. Flex and point. Tree pose. Can you avoid setting the foot back down? That's okay if you already did. Just stay strong, get back into your lifted balance, any variation of tree. 2 feet. Balance on the right foot, lift the left leg, hip height. Try to keep the hips level, so that's where hands to hips is good. And lift out of the hips, stand up taller, bring your palms to touch. Draw a circle with the foot and ankle in one direction. And switch. Flex and point. Notice if you're getting heavy in the right leg, stand taller. And tree. Try not to arch the lower back or lift the left hip. Relax your expression. Stand on both feet. At the top of your mat, inhale, arms overhead, 3 breaths. Lift out, find a normal stance, and then bend the knees forward, fold. Right foot back to a lunge. Left foot back to plank. Downward facing. Inhale, lift onto the toes. Feel the weight shift forward, especially into the front part of the hands. And then press the hands down, press the heels away, relax the head and the neck. Right foot steps between the hands, lunge. Forward fold. At the top of your mat, long exhale. Press to stand. Let the arms continue to float above your head. 3 breaths. Lift out. Forward fold. Left foot to a lunge. Right foot back to plank. Downward facing dog. Lift onto the toes. And then press the heels down. Left foot between the hands, lunge. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Round up. Inhale, arms overhead. Hold the left wrist with the right hand. And just for a long exhale, reach up into the right, hips to the left. Reach out and switch. Hold the right wrist. And pull up, use arm strength. Back to center, 3 breaths. Lift out, forward, fold. Separate the feet about mat width distance. Heels in, toes out, squat down. Bring your palms to touch. Try not to roll in on the arches of the feet, shoulders away from the ears. Forward fold. Long exhale. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Lower the right knee, look straight ahead. Scoop the tailbone forward to really get into the hip flexor. Half split, standing on the right knee or sitting back, it's up to you. Shift your weight forward to a lunge. Back knee lifts. Lunge twist, right hand down, left arm up. Left hand down. Step to the top of the mat, lift the right leg, hip height. Knee facing down. Let's tap the right toes down once and then lift the leg back up. Forward fold at the top of your mat, over both legs. Press to stand. Arms overhead. 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Almost a halfway lift, just enough to separate the feet and sit down in a squat. Try to minimize extra movement. Try to keep the feet flat. Seal the palms, shoulders down. Use your elbows to help keep the legs opening at the hips. Release into a forward fold, walk the feet together. Left foot back, lunge. Lower the left knee, look straight ahead. Might lift up onto your fingertips, shoulders away from the ears, long spine, long hip flexors. I think we want long hip flexors. And press back into your half split. Lunge. Back knee lifts. Lunge twist, left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Right hand down. Step onto the right foot, lift the left leg. Tap the left toes down once and lift. Forward fold. Long exhale. Press to stand. Inhale, arms overhead. 3 breaths. Lift out and forward fold. Halfway lift, long flat spine. And from here, hands down, step it back, plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Extend your left arm out, shoulder height, palm down. Roll on to the left hip to open the left chest and shoulder. Switch. Extend the right arm out. Roll onto the right hip. Try to keep the right arm level, or the right hand down evenly. Back to center. Cobra, tops of the feet down. Flex the toes against the mat. Elbows are going to stay in close. Roll the shoulders back and lift up halfway. Lower down. Locust, arms out to the sides. Keep the feet about hip width or less. Float your arms and legs off of the mat. Breathe. Press a little bit more. Open up like you're flying. And lower down. Tabletop. Child's pose. Tabletop. One round of cat-cow. Make it so intentional. Inhale, open up the front of the body. Press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, round. Neutral. Extend the right leg back. Keep the toes down or the foot down, and let's press into the hands and stretch the right calf a little bit more. Moving back and forth. You can also turn the wrists out or even all the way around if you want to stretch your forearms. All right, make sure your hands are facing forward and lift the right leg, hip height. Bend the right knee 90 degrees and draw circles to the right, in, back, and around. Soft bend in the elbows, 2. Make it so you don't move your torso too much. Lizard, right side. Bring the right foot to the top of the mat. Both hands are inside of the right leg. Keep the knee directly over the ankle. And you can stay lifted or lower down to your forearms. It's up to you. Still moving. Let's move into a pigeon. Carefully lift out and toe heel the foot across to the left. Set up pigeon. Modify as needed. Just a few breaths. Stay present. Stay in each sensation. Don't get ahead of yourself. The mind likes to time travel, making plans or thinking about stuff in the past. Just be here right now. It's an exercise for your mind, like a crunch. Lift up and come back to a kneeling lunge and back to a tabletop. Minimize extra movement. 1 round of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral. Let's extend the left leg back, stretch through the calf and or the forearms again. You can also try putting the top of your hands down, but that's kind of a lot, I think. Okay, lift your left leg up halfway or just hip height. Bend the knee 90 degrees and circles out, back, and around. Left foot between the hands. I'm sorry, left foot up for a lizard lunge. Both hands inside of the left leg, knee over the ankle. Go where you're gonna go. Into pigeon. Extra mindful through transitions, not just thinking about the next pose, thinking about each movement. Set yourself up, minimizing fidgets and extra movements over time. It takes practice. And then forward over your left leg. Pigeon. Press up and make your way back to a tabletop. Three rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, press the tops of the feet down. And exhale as you round, maybe even guide the heels toward each other, making sure the tops of the feet are down. Inhale. And long exhale. Tabletop. Tuck your toes, hover the knees, shift the weight forward 2 inches. Downward dog. Balance on the left foot, lift the right leg back up. Let the hip open, let the triceps open. Think long side body, strong, long right leg. 2 feet. Stand on the right foot, lift the left leg. Downward facing dog. Upward dog, ripple through. And back to a child's pose. Sit the hips back, option to lift up onto your elbows. Tabletop, lie down on your stomach. Forehead on the left hand, bring the right foot in, quad stretch, press the hips down. Switch. Release. Extend your left arm out, palm down, shoulder height. Option to cactus the arm. Roll onto the left hip. Switch. Come back to center. One cobra, tops of the feet down. Squeeze the legs and lift up halfway. Lower down. Locust, arms out, side to side. Try to recreate that stretch across the chest that you felt when you rolled onto the hip. Arms and legs float off of the mat. Release. Floor bow. Hold on to the outsides of the feet, near the ankles, knees about hip width. Exhale almost all the air out. And kick into your hands. Balance on your belly button. And release. Press up to a tabletop. Child's pose. Sit up on your knees. Twist to the right. You won't have as much leverage when with this sort of setup, but just you think about it as an opportunity to use your core and natural range of motion. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, and try to keep the knees level. Don't let one go farther forward, and twist. Right shoulder back. And twist to the left. And back to center. Tabletop. Reach the right leg up, hip height. Bend the right knee. Stay here. Or reach the left arm forward and then back. Grab the right foot. Keep the torso level and kick into the left hand. Tiger. Tabletop, release. One cat cow in between. Inhale, arch. Round, exhale. Neutral. Lift the left leg. Bend the knee. Establish balance on the left hand so you can lift the right and reach back for the ankle right where it meets the foot and kick into the right hand. And tabletop, cat, cow, inhale, arch, round, exhale. Neutral, right leg lifts, bend the knee, reach back with the left hand, thumb is up, kick into the left hand. Tabletop, right to the other side, left leg lifts. Bend the knee and reach back with the right hand and kick. Tabletop, tuck the toes, hover the knees, shift the weight forward just an inch. Downward facing dog. Upward facing dog, ripple through. And back to child's pose. Tabletop. Let's do that once more. Lift the right leg up. Reach back with the left hand. Kick. Tabletop. Left leg lifts. Right arm reaches back. Kick. Tabletop. One cat cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees. Downward dog. Really lengthen out the spine, the backs of the legs, press the heels down, open up the triceps. Tabletop. Sit back and lie down on your back. Shavasana. Find stillness. Relax the temples. I will be in touch. Introduce a deep breath, filling up all the way. Long exhale. Open the eyes. Feel, notice the light. And begin to move again. And make your way to a seated position, sitting up tall. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reach the right arm out, left arm up and over, side body stretch. Exhale. Sit up, switch sides, right arm up and over. Both arms overhead. Twist to the right, float the hands down, left hand, right knee, sitting up tall. And switch, reach both arms up and twist to the left. Closing breath, reach your arms wide and overhead. Long exhale. Thank you for your practice, your presence, your patience. And until next time, namaste. Namaste. All right. Now I'm going to figure out my chords because that was really fun. Bye, guys. Thank you.